everybody, welcome back to another episode of Welch on Ice. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So we're going to step away from NHL 26, the game, and we're just going to talk hockey today. Well, what does that look like? Well, let me enlighten you. We are going to play the game called Hertl. It's very similar to Wordle, where you have to guess words and the answers come up green and yellow. Unlike Wordle, where it's letters, we're going to be playing with hockey players. So what this looks like is you have to guess the right division that the player's in, to the right age that the player's in, whether the player is forward or a defenseman or goalie. And so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making two lineups using this Hertl game. And we're going to put those lineups against each other and see which lineout comes out on top. If that wasn't confusing enough, let me just show you what I'm going to do.
2 seconds later.
Okay, so here we have this game called Hertl. Now I'm going to put in my first guess, and it could be any player whatsoever. So I'm just going to pick a very random player and say Jack Hughes. Wow. So right off the bat, we have got really good stats. So you can see these are the stats that I was talking about. So you have to guess the team, you have to guess the conference, the division, the position, the age, the nationality of the player, and then their jersey number as well. So this is what I was talking about earlier about you're going to have green and yellow stats. So what we see here is Jack Hughes. We guessed the right team off the hop. We've guessed the conference and division, obviously, because we guessed the right team. We guessed the right position as well. And also we've guessed that it is an American player. So all we're looking for now is a player who plays on New Jersey who is older than 24 and whose number is less than 86. I don't know why I'm blanking right now. I can't think of centerman for the New Jersey Devils, and that's concerning. Now, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I'm actually coming up with no other centerman for the New Jersey Devils, and this is a problem. Like, the guys I'm thinking of are like Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt. I don't even think he's a centerman. Oh, what about Dawson Mercer? Is he Canadian though? Okay, he is Canadian. That's right. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so not Mercer. Wouldn't be Meier because he's not American. Now, I'm probably going to get flamed for this in the comments, and that's totally okay. Flame me all you want, but I'm just drawing blanks right now. I can't even think of who this could be. Oh, come on, think. And I would like to add for the record, these are active players in the NHL. So it's not players who have played all time. It's just current active players in the NHL. It's going to be like a fourth line guy or something. Okay, so I'm going to put Luke Hughes in, but simply so that I can get the number down, because Luke Hughes is only number 43, I believe. So this cuts our number. So he's higher than 43. So that's what I was looking for in this moment, was to see, okay, how far down do I need to go for his jersey number? I don't know if that helps because I can't really think of any player right now. So remember, this player is going to be on team number 1, and then the next player is going to be on team number 2. Noesen? Noesen? Is he a center? Stefan Noesen. Is he a center? No, he's a winger. But we now know the exact age of our player. So all we're missing is just the jersey number and then the actual player. Connor Brown, is he a center? Oh, he's Canadian too. No, okay, I knew he was a winger. Okay, we have 3 more guesses to get this player. Maxim Tsiplikov? Oh, he wouldn't be American, just based off the last name alone. Paul Cotter? Nope, he's a winger. I have no idea who it is, so I'm just going to put Timo Meier in because I can't think of who it is. Nick Bustad. Okay, well, there you have it. But we're going to play unlimited mode. That way it's just like completely random generated. There's no way I'm rigging the teams here. But Nick Bustad, he's going to be the centerman of Team 1. And so now this next pick is going to be for Team 2. So who is it going to be? So no way they're going to give us 2 New Jersey players in a row. So let's try to go for maybe a West Coast player. Maybe a guy like Adrian Kempe. So we know that it is a Western Conference team that is in the Pacific Division and very close. So I'm assuming that yellow means that we're close in the number. So it's probably going to be like number 8 or number 7. So they're not from Sweden and they're not a winger. So we need a Western Conference Pacific team with a low number. So it's probably going to be a defenseman is going to be my guess. So if we were to go, what about Jacob Trouba with the Anaheim Ducks? Okay, so we were right. Oh, I guess his number shot up. I didn't realize that he changed jersey number 8 to jersey number 65, so that's my bad. But we do know that it's a defenseman now, at least. Oh, why did I pick Trouba? It's supposed to be younger than 29. That was oversight on my part. However, we also know now that it's not an American player. Let's go Evan Bouchard. Okay, so we know it's Canadian, and we know 26 is close, but we're looking for a number that's higher than 2, lower than 9. What about Sam Dickinson, the San Jose Sharks? So not quite that young. I thought he was older for some reason. I totally thought he was like 23 for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so 6 isn't quite the number we're looking for. We need it to be higher, and still we're missing the team in the Pacific Division. Or what about a player who is on the Vegas Golden Knights? What about Jeremy Lawson? He's a defenseman, right? Am I gonna look silly? Okay, no. I knew he was a defenseman. I had no clue what his jersey number was though. But we also know it's not Vegas. We still haven't narrowed down this team. Oh, who was that player that was in the trade that Minnesota sent over to Vancouver? Wow, what was his name? Oh, Boyum. Zeev. Is it Zeev? Oh, he's American. What do you know? We're pretty rough here. It must be on Calgary then. Who knows? Maybe it's Calgary. I just did a shoutouts video on Calgary. I should know who their players are. What's the other team we're missing from this division? We're missing Calgary and Seattle. Ooh, that could. Oh, what about Montour? Oh no, he's got a high number. What about Jamie Oleksiak? Jamie Oleksiak. How old is he? Is he too old? He is too old. Oh, and his number's 24. I totally thought he was number 8. We're down to our last guess, and I'm not sure we're going to get this one either. Although we do definitely know that it's on Calgary. So which Calgary defensemen that are Canadian and are roughly 24 or 25 with the number 7 or 8? Zane Parekh would be too young because he's only 19, and he's also number 19. Oh, they have Jake Bean, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. Kevin Ball. So that is the first player for Team 2. Okay, so far on Team 1, we've got Nick Bukestad and Kevin Ball. So that is who we're rocking with so far. Or Team 1, Nick Bukestad, Team 2, Kevin Ball. You saw it. Okay, again, we want middle range player. We're 2 for 2 on the division so far. So let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. Let's go for someone from the Central with a medium. Let's go Nathan McKinnon just to see, you know what, maybe they'll put a star in here. And all we got from him was that he's Canadian. Although we do know that it's not a Western Conference team. And he's younger than 30 and lower than 29. So we could potentially be looking at another defenseman here. So let's guess an Eastern Conference defenseman who is under 30. So we can't guess any of the Toronto defensemen then.
Yes, that's me.
I'm over here.
Let's guess Darren Radish. Okay, so apparently he's also 30 years old. I thought he was younger than that. But now we also know that it's a team from the Metro. I'm wondering if we should pick a goalie. We haven't done that yet, and I'm wondering if we should. The number is lower. I'm wondering if we should go for... Oh no, I was going to say Swayman, but I got to remember it's a Canadian player. Are there any Canadian goalies in the Metro? You got Stuart Skinner, but he's number 53, so it wouldn't be him. Am I thinking of Jeff Skinner right now? No, Stuart Skinner is number 53, right? Number 74. I was totally thinking of Jeff Skinner. That's hilarious. Charlie Lindgren, does he wear a small number? And is he even Canadian? No, he's American. And he wears number 79. Wow, what a waste of a guess. Well, except we know it's not Washington. And also we know it's not a goalie. What about Seth Jarvis? What number does he... He's number 24, right? And I'm pretty sure he's a winger. Let's see. Is Jarvis good for us? Good in the sense that we know that he's 24 years old. I totally thought Jarvis was on the wing. And we also know he's less than number 24 as well. Oh, look at this. I just found this little trick. You can show the silhouette. Someone with short hair. I have no clue who that is. That didn't help at all. Oh, what about Owen Tippett? Oh, okay. Owen Tippett's older than I thought. Oh, I didn't even think about the jersey number. Okay, so we know it's a left wing then. So we've narrowed it down. We've got rid of D, center, goalie, and right. So it's a left wing who plays for a Metro team and is 24 and Canadian. You know, I thought I knew a lot about hockey, but I think the more that I'm playing this game, the more I realize that I don't.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Let me know in the comments how many of these players you got, and I'll let you know how many I got. Well, you'll see how many I got, and we'll see who wins. I bet you there's someone out there who's already gotten them all. How old is Cole Sillinger? We'll at least see if he's, oh, he's American anyway. I thought he was Canadian for some reason. Okay, well, and he's a centerman. Wow. Okay. What position does Emil Heineman play on the Islanders? Is he a left wing? Would he be 24? And is he even Canadian? I'm at a loss, so we're gonna try it. Oh wow, he is left wing in 24. However, he's also number 51, which I guess you can't really see, unfortunately. For the time being, see 51, Sweden. I'll make it big again because that's fun that I can change that. And we got two more. Oh no, we got one more guess. Oh man, we're on our last guess. Okay, is Will Coyle, is he a left wing? And is he even Canadian? Who knows? We're gonna put him. Oh my goodness. First overall draft pick of the 2020 draft, Alexis Lafreniere. Wow. Okay. So that's actually a pretty solid addition for Team 1.
Okay, so as it sits right now, Team 1's got Nick Bjugstad and Alex Lafreniere, and Team 2's just got defenseman Kevin Ball. I also just need to get one of these right, because so far I'm 0 for 3, and that's just not a good look. So let's guess someone maybe in the Central Division. Let's go for maybe a guy like Quinn Hughes, a little bit older. We've been guessing guys who are younger, like 24. So let's guess a guy like Quinn Hughes. And then that way too we know if it's a defenseman or not. Okay, so our mystery Hertl player is in the Western Conference, and that's really all that we know. I guess we know that it's also in the Pacific and not a defense. Maybe we'll go for Tristan Jarry. That could be a good guess. Not Canadian, not a goalie, older than 30, and a number less than 35. Why am I only thinking of defensemen right now? What about Alexander Wenberg? I don't know what nationality Wenberg is. I don't think it's Canadian or American. And he plays for the Sharks. So this could be, and I'm pretty sure he's on the older side. Okay, so those were good guesses all around. So we got older than 30. We got a number less than 35. Also not from Sweden too. So that's wild. Oh, Anze Kopitar. So the number is close to 11, so it's probably 10. Oh, Kopitar is a center. Shoot. That's a good guess though, because now we at least know that the person's younger than 38. And oh, I didn't even notice that. We know that it's a player for the LA Kings too. That's awesome. I didn't even realize that either. Wait, we guessed him once before. What if we guess him again? Adrian Kempe. Oh, I didn't realize that Kempe was that young. And I also forgot he was from Sweden. That was a waste of a guess. But we got 3 more guesses to get this person. Joel Armia. He plays for the Kings, right? Oh, I didn't think about the jersey number there. This is going to eat me alive. If you know in the comments, let me know. I know this isn't a live stream, but you could just shout at me in the comments for not being able to know this. We have 2 guesses to get who it is. Oh, Artemi Panarin. Wow, I locked in for that guess. What an upgrade for Team 2. I'm going to put this in to the team here. So he's going to be on the left wing. Little team reminder. Team 1, Nick Bjugstad, Alex Lafreniere. Team 2, Artemi Panarin and Kevin Ball. So that was huge for Team 2. That was a big time player. He's a big time player. So let's see who's going to be the next player for Team number 1. The good news too is that we got one. That's a win in my books. I'm going to go over to the East and I'm going to say a guy like Nick Suzuki. Okay, so we actually got a lot out of that one. We know that it's a centerman. We know that they're in the Eastern Conference, but not the Atlantic Division. So they're in the Metro. They're Canadian. They're 27 or 28, and their number is slightly below 14, so probably 12 or 13. Matthew Barzal. Oh,
We were so close. That was a top tier guess if I had to say so myself. But it is not quite close enough. I thought that would be it. I was so convinced that was going to be it. So now that we've got our first contradiction, and what I mean by that is Team 1 already has a centerman in Nick Bustad. So now that Team 1 is going for another centerman, what's going to happen is this player is going to jump to Team 2. The next pick will be for Team 1 again, just because Team 2 doesn't have a centerman already. So that's the way I'm going to run it. If you don't like that, then you can turn the video off whenever you want. But that's the way it's going to be. This player is going to join Team 2, and then the next player is going to join Team 1. What number does Strome wear for the Washington Capitals? Oh, he wears number 17. I wasn't sure. I knew he was going to be up around 27, but he was a little on the older side. At least that takes away Washington as an option. Now, his brother Ryan Strome also plays for Washington now, too.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh. No, he plays for Calgary. Wow, what a bad guess. I thought a set of brothers just got traded. Oh, I'm thinking of the Foligno brothers. They just got traded together this trade deadline. I don't even know what I was thinking there. My bad, y'all. Oh, but why would I even guess that? Because Washington wasn't even the team, too. Duh. We went from a very great guess with Barzal and Strome to a absolute dud of a guess with Ryan Strome here. So let's rein it back in and really lock in for this. Mason Marchment with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Did he change his jersey number? Because I know he used to wear 55 or 52 or something like that. Does he still wear that, or did he switch his jersey number? Oh, he's also a winger. Okay, he did switch it to 17. Although he's older than I thought he was. At least we also know it's not Columbus. What number is Frost on Philly? Also, is he even a centerman? This could be a waste of a pick, but at least we will know if Philly's the team. Oh, he got traded too. Did he ever play for Philly? Am I losing my mind? Okay, so he's played with Calgary for the past 2 seasons. He was traded at last year's deadline. It's not this year's deadline, but last year's deadline. So that's just forgetfulness on my part. It's actually really tough. I thought that I knew Eastern Conference teams better than this. I'm gonna see it and go like, oh yeah. As of right now, when I'm not looking at it, it's tough. I think Owen Tippett, I think he wears in like the 50s, if I remember from when we guessed him before. I might just guess him to see if we can narrow it down. Oh yeah, he's not even a centerman. We'll get rid of my face so you guys can see the end of this. So not a player for Philly either. So our options are Pittsburgh, New Jersey, the Rangers, and Carolina Hurricanes. But I just can't think of other Canadian centermen on Pittsburgh. What about Brazeau? This could be a bad guess. Cody Glass. Okay, my question is, you see how Pittsburgh's yellow? What does that mean? Does that mean that that person has played for that team before? Oh, because Cody Glass has played on Pittsburgh before. Okay, that's got to be what it means. Brazeau's not a centerman as well, but I thought that was a pretty decent guess. I at least got a Canadian, so I was Canadian through and through all the way. Shout out to Ryan Strome and Morgan Frost on the Calgary Flames. Those were 2 bad guesses. I wish I could take those guesses back. I really do. Now this is what our teams are looking like. So remember, Cody Glass joins Team 2 because Nick Bustad was already on Team 1 and that center role was filled. So these are what the teams are. Nick Bustad and Lafreniere on Team 1. Cody Glass, Artemi Panarin, and Kevin Ball on Team 2. I'm very curious to see which goalie matchups we're going to get. I'm going to guess a goalie right off the hop just because it would be nice to narrow down a goalie. We might be doing this for a while until we get a goalie just because there are so many other players in the NHL other than goalies. Let's go for a goalie like Anthony Stolarz because he's probably around the average age of goalies within the NHL. We got an Atlantic player who's 31-30 and has the number less than 41. So I'm gonna guess defenseman because they tend to have numbers that are on the lower end. So an Atlantic defenseman
whose number's less than 41. Does Ben Sherratt still play for the Red Wings? So not a North American born player. It is a defenseman, and their number is less than 8. So that really narrows it down. We should be able to get this, guys. We should be able to get this one. I'm guessing Zub, Artem Zub on Ottawa, and we are correct in saying that. Nice. I think that's the quickest we've ever gotten one, so that's pretty great. Okay, and so with that, Zub joins. They say that I spelled his name wrong. I didn't, I promise. He joins Team 1 as the first defenseman. I think I might actually write it out differently. Maybe I'll do a little graphic, a little Team 1, Team 2 graphic on either side of my face. That could be a good way to do it instead. Artem Zub joins Team 1, and so we've got Nick Bustad, Alexis Lafreniere, and Artem Zub on Team 1. Then on Team 2, we've got Cody Glass, Artemi Panarin, and Kevin Ball. So let's see. This next player is going to join Team 2. So let's see who it is. Okay, so I don't know if we just got really lucky with the last one or if we're maybe starting to get the hang of this game a little bit. Let's see. Who should we guess again? I think I'm going to go goalie again. Maybe I'll go for a guy like Mackenzie Blackwood. Okay, so we still have yet to get a goalie. It's an Eastern Conference Canadian, slightly younger than 29. That could really be a lot of people. Now, I don't think Braden Point is younger than 29. But I do think that he would be a good guess in the sense of he'll tell us whether or not it's in the Atlantic. Also, he'll tell us whether or not he's a center here. Okay, yeah. So since the age is also yellow again, I'm going to guess that he's 28. So it's a Metro player, Metro Canadian player. I know Seth Jarvis is 24. I'm pretty sure he's a centerman though. I'm pretty sure he's number 24 and Jarvis is only like 23 or something like that. I might just do that just for the jersey number's sake. You know what? We have lots of guesses. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so it's in between 24 and 39. I was really hoping that it was going to be in between 21 and 24 because that would have narrowed it down a little bit more, or a lot bit more. Wait, why not guess Barzal again? Oh, because he's a centerman. Shoot. And he's number 13. But it is a player who has played for the Islanders before, so that is good to know. This played for New York Islanders thing is really throwing me off, man. I gotta remember it still could be a defenseman as well. All I know is it's not a goalie or a centerman. I'm gonna go for Garnet Hathaway. Oh, he's also not even Canadian. Shoot. I guess the only good thing out of this is that we know that he doesn't play for Philly. He's not a right wing, and that's it. So we narrowed it down a little bit more, I guess. Casey Cizikas. Oh, no, he currently plays for the Islanders. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I'm throwing right now. I had it in my memory that Cizikas had left the Islanders for some reason. This is just to narrow it down. I know that Chris Letang has played his whole career on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I know that he's like 37 or 38 or something like that. And I also know that he wears the number 58. But I'm doing this solely to say whether it's a defenseman and whether it's a Pittsburgh player. Before people go at me in the comments, this is what we needed. We have a Pittsburgh defenseman player, so that narrows it down greatly. I'm going to get rid of my face again. So we're on our last guess. How hard could that be? Pittsburgh fans already know it. They already know it. And I earlier this year, I went to the Sens versus Pittsburgh game. And so I've probably seen them play. Too busy watching Crosby that I didn't pay attention to the defense. Wait, didn't Samuel Girard get signed or traded to Pittsburgh? Oh, Parker Wotherspoon. Dude, what am I doing? I literally had him on my fantasy hockey team this year. How did I not think of that? But that's a great addition for Team 2. So the teams right now are looking like Team 1's got Nick Bukestad, Alex Lafreniere, and Artem Zub. And then Team 2's got Cody Glass, Artemi Panarin, Kevin Ball, and Parker Wotherspoon. So Team 2 is just missing 2 players now. Team 3, wow, a whole new team just got dropped. No, Team 1, we're going to go back to you now. This is going to be your turn. And it's got to be a right wing, a defenseman, or a goalie. If it's a left wing or a center, then they just get scrapped. They're going to be scratched now. Okay, once again, let's guess a goalie first. I like that mentality just to get it out of the way. Okay, so we know that it's not a Western Conference team. It's not a goalie. They're older than 23 and their number is less than 30. So now let's go for an Eastern Conference right winger.
I don't know what they've got William Nylander down in this, but I'm going to put Willie Nylander. I think he should be a right wing. We know it's not going to be a right wing, so that slot for team 1 is not going to be filled. This is crazy how many Metro players we've been getting. They're close to 29 once again. I'm just going to do it. He's been clutch for us before in the past. I'm going to say Matthew Barzal. Matthew Barzal. Wow. Okay.
That was easy.
There you have it. The clutch answer for us became the answer. So Matthew Barzal is the player. Unfortunately, however, I'm going to say that he's going to have to be scrapped because we already have a center for Team 1. So it's unfortunate. I contemplated for a brief moment saying, now Team 1 can pick whether they want to keep Nick Bukestad or Matthew Barzal, which could be fun and entertaining. I have a thought.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm going to make a technical change to the rules of this game. Previously, I had thought that if we already had 2 centermen locked in for each team, that if we got another center, we would just throw them away. However, I think I'm going to make a rule change now. So I'm going to say, if you guess the player correctly, like we just did with Barzal, then you could swap them out on the team that was picking for that moment, should you want to. So in this case, Barzal, I would say, is a better player than Nick Bukestad. And so I would argue that because we guessed correctly, Team 1 then has the right to Matthew Barzal. That's a technicality, a rule change that I'm going to make in this moment to make it more fun. So let's do that. Nick Bukestad, I'm sorry. You got scratched. It is now Matthew Barzal, who is the center for Team 1. Now, just because it's funny, I'm going to guess Matthew Barzal again. Okay, I thought it'd be funny if it was him again. Okay, I'm going to go for Michael Misa. I know he's Canadian, I know he's West Coast, and I know he's younger than 28. I didn't realize he was a center. I thought he was a winger, but we do know that it's player in the Central Division. Let's go for Nashville's Michael Bunting. Since we're on the Michael train, let's go Michael Bunting. Wow, he plays for Dallas now? When did I miss that? So at this trade deadline, Dallas acquired Michael Bunting from Nashville. I totally thought that he was still in Nashville. I do like the idea of picking a defenseman though. Although Team 2 doesn't have any more defensive spots. So if this is a defenseman, it's going to go to Team 1. Team 1 has already lost. Cody Glass went over too, although they made up for it by getting Matty Barzal. What will go unseen probably in my editing is all the hmming and hawing that I'm going to be doing because I'm just so not in tune with who plays on what team anymore apparently. What if we went for a right wing Jonathan Marchessault? It could at least give us, you know, an idea. Is it Nashville? Is it right wing? And his number, I believe, is lower. Oh, he's 81. Shoot. And they have him down as a center? Really? He plays center? I thought he was a right wing. Huh. The more you know. Well, at least it's not Nashville, I guess. That's the only positive out of this. Is Velarde a centerman? And is he younger than 28? Okay. That could have been a good guess if he wasn't a centerman and if his number was a little bit higher. Now he's 26, so that narrows it down a little bit more, I suppose. Oh, is Sean Jersey, is he Canadian? I think he is. Sean Jersey, he plays for Utah, a defenseman. Okay, so it is a defenseman between the numbers 13 and 50 now. We've narrowed it down a little bit. A defenseman who plays for either Colorado, Chicago, Minnesota, or St. Louis. Oh, I forgot about Chicago. Also forgot about St. Louis. And so since it's a defenseman though, this player is going to go to Team 1 because Team 2 has both of their defensemen taken already. I don't even know if I could tell you a single defenseman on Chicago. I genuinely don't know. Like, does Connor Murphy still play for them? I don't know. I know he's not a defenseman, but I just need to know whether or not this person plays for Chicago. I just need to know. And they do. That's so unfortunate. Oh, Korchinski? Kevin Korchinski, right? Maybe not. I have no clue who this is, so I'm just going to put down Connor Bedard because I couldn't tell you. Ethan Del Mastro. There's no chance at all that I was guessing him. So Ethan Del Mastro takes the final spot for the defenseman for team number 1 because remember, team 2 already had both of their defense locked up. Ethan Del Mastro. So now team 2 gets to go again because team 1 just got a player. So let's see what we need: a right wing or a goalie for team 2. Now remember, if we had have guessed Ethan Del Mastro, he could have replaced a different defenseman on team 2 should we have wanted that. I don't think we would have wanted that because we've got Kevin Ball and Parker Witherspoon, and they're both like, I've heard of them before. Sorry, Ethan Del Mastro, I've never heard of this guy before. I'm sorry, I just haven't. Let's see who team 2 gets this time. And yes, as I was saying, should we guess the player correctly, they could replace one of the players that we already have in that position. So let's go off strong, and we're gonna guess Connor McDavid right off the hop. I don't know if that was a good guess or a bad guess. We know that they're in the Pacific Division. They're not Canadian. Let's go for William Eklund. Okay, so not a left winger. They are 23 years old, not from Sweden, and number 72. So less than 72. Let's see, are there any non-Canadian or Swedish goalies? What about Dostal for the Anaheim Ducks? I forgot that he wore jersey number 1, so we're in between number 1 and number 72. So not a goalie though. So let's maybe go for a defenseman this time. I'm gonna say it probably wouldn't be a defenseman because they tend to be more like the veterans of the team. That's not always the case. How old's Rasmus Anderson? He's also from Sweden though, right? Yeah. Oops. Pop-up ads. Danger.
I'm in danger!
So you can say Noah Hannafin. He's an American defenseman, but it'll at least tell us if he's a defenseman and if they play for Vegas. And he's got a pretty neutral number between 1 and 71. I think he's like 50 something. Oh, 15. Never mind. Okay, wow. Okay, we do know that they're American, and we've narrowed it down to a right wing American. I wanted to guess Trevor Moore, but I know that he's older than 23, and I don't even know if he plays for the Kings anymore. You know what? I might just do it just because he's got, I think he's in the 40s for his number. It'll at least tell us if he plays for the Kings. It's not a Kings player. Where's number 12, dude? Oh my gosh. I remember him as like number 42 or something like that. Okay, so the good news is there's only 8 teams in a division and we get 8 guesses. So starting in the right division means that we can narrow it down so that our last guess, we know for sure what team they play for. We could guess it earlier, which would be nice and helpful, but how soon do we do that though? That's the question. It could be a young guy from the Flames. Is Coronado, is he young? Oh, I can't remember. I honestly might just do this to narrow it down. Matt Coronado, I don't think he's that young. Let's go! We got it! Okay, he is that young apparently. Sweet. Okay. I wasn't even sure if he was American or not, but here we are. Matt Coronado. Matt Coronado, you are the right wing of Team 2. And so just like that, Team 2 is now only missing their starting goalie, and Team 1 is still looking for a right wing and a goalie. Okay, once again, let's start with a goalie. Maybe we'll go for a goalie like Sam Montembeault. So we know again that it's Eastern Conference Division Atlantic Division.
Much to learn. You still have.
I'm really hoping that it's someone on Maple Leafs because that would just be awesome. I'm gonna guess a guy like maybe William Nylander. Okay, so not a right wing. The number's very close. They don't have Nylander down as Swedish, which is interesting because that's the team that he represents on the international level. That's fine. Whatever. 85 is close, but it's not quite there. I'm gonna say Brady Tkachuk because that'll get us a better idea of the age because I think Brady Tkachuk is around 27 or 28. He's American, but his number's only 7. For the fun of it, I'm going to put Brady Tkachuk. So not American, not a left winger, probably going to be 25 years old, and not for Ottawa. So we got all the Canadian teams out of the way. Wait, no. I was going to say Alex Tuck. He wears number 89. I think he's Canadian, though. He's definitely North American, but it'll tell us whether or not he plays for Buffalo. He does wear number 89, though, which could be helpful. Okay, so number 90. Who wears number 90? I think in Tampa, it's Corey Perry. He wears number 90, or at least he did before. I don't know if he still has that. I'm also really disappointed that they put William Nylander down as Canadian and not Swedish, because that would have narrowed it down as well for us. Oh, what's that? I'm just going to guess Ben Sherratt. I just know he plays for Detroit, so it just gets a defenseman on the board. Yeah, I knew, like, he wears number 8, so that was just narrowing it down for another team at least. It is a defenseman, though, so team 1, if we get this defenseman could replace Ethan Del Mastro, but we have to guess it in order to keep it. If we don't guess it, then we don't get to replace it. Tampa Bay Lightning, J.T. Moser. Or J.J. Moser. Sorry, I thought his name was J.T. Moser. J.J. Moser. That's who it was. I thought that he was North American. I totally thought that. Okay, J.J. Moser. I'm definitely taking Ethan Del Mastro out for J.J. Moser. I think he's a better player. Okay, so the teams as it sits right now. Team 1 over on this side. My camera's flipped. Team 1 on this side, we got in center Matthew Barzal. We're still missing a right wing. Then left wing is Alexis Lafreniere. Our D partners are Artem Zub and JJ Moser, and then we're still missing a goalie. And then on this side, team 2, we've got center Cody Glass, right wing Matt Coronado, left wing Artemi Panarin, and then D pairs Kevin Ball, Parker Witherspoon, and then still missing a goalie. As it sits now, I think team 1's got the better team. I think they have a better D pairing. And then I think they have more depth in their, well, I mean, Artemi Panarin's a star, but Barzal and Lafreniere together, I think would be pretty good. Although Panarin and Coronado, that'd be a good pairing as well. Some good talent with some young talent. So we'll see. Team 2's just missing a goalie. Team 1's still missing a right wing and a goalie. But since Team 1 just took a player, we're going to jump over to Team 2 now. We have yet to get a goalie in all of this entire thing. So we could be playing this for hours before we get a goalie. And if we do, then I guess our teams are just going to be goalieless. We'll just put a bag of pucks in the net. But right out the gate, let's get a guy who wears a relatively neutral number. I was going to say Thomas Hertl. You know what? Why not? Oh, pop-up ads.
I'm in danger!
So we know that they're not from Czech, but the number actually is very close. And they are in the Eastern Conference. So an Eastern Conference player who wears very close to the number 48. Let's go maybe Trevor Zegras. He wears number 47 with the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, he wears number 46. I totally thought he wore number 47. Well, at least now we know that our number is 47. And he's close in age and he's American. An American player in the Atlantic Division who wears the number 47. Is that going to be another defenseman? Is it going to be another Tampa D-man? Darren Radish, I believe, wears number 47. Oh, no, he wears number 43. My bad. Okay, but we do know that it is another defenseman. Team 2, you have a chance. I'm thinking maybe Kevin Ball would be the guy to replace over Parker Witherspoon. But let's see, do we get this one? Because if we don't guess it, then we don't keep it. I can tell you right now, it's not anyone on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Full stop. I can tell you that. Spence on Ottawa. I think he wears number 10, and I don't even know if he's American, but he is young. I feel like that's too much of a gamble at this point. Oh. Duh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right this second? Oh, he wears 48, not 47. Oh my goodness. Well, we got the team. It's Montreal. Oh, I thought that was it. And I was going to get really excited for Team 2 for a second. But now who is it? Okay, let's go through it. Hudson, Dobson, Matheson. Is Goalie a defenseman? I think he is. Xhekaj. Is Goalie a defenseman? Caden Goalie. Is it him? No, he's Canadian. And he wears number 21. It's not Arbor, because he wears a higher number than 47, right? Dobson's Canadian, right? Is it Arbor? No, it can't be. Yeah, he's Canadian. Okay, and then just like that, we're down to our last guess here. Yeah, okay, I knew Arbor wore a higher jersey. He wears number 72. Who is number 47 for the Montreal Canadiens? My family, my extended family, on my dad's side, they're Toronto fans. On my mom's side, they're Montreal fans. So if they ever watch this video, they're just going to eat me alive right now. Matheson's number 8. I know that. We all definitely know that it's not Romanov. Sorry, Montreal fans. I genuinely can't think of it, so we're just going to go ahead and guess Mike Matheson. Jaden Struble. Who are you? Who is this guy? I've never even heard of him.
Wait a minute! Who are are you?
Played 59 games with the Montreal Canadiens this year. Had 2 goals and 10 assists.
Never heard of that guy before. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Montreal fans. It's just the way it is. Since we didn't get it, he doesn't get to join the lineup. Not that I would have even probably added him anyway. That was Team 2's opportunity to get a player. So now we're jumping back to Team 1. They need a goalie. Let's see, can they do it? And look at that. It is going to be a goalie. Elias Sorokin is the guess. And Team 1, you are going to get a goalie. And they are older than 30. And their number is higher than 30. And they're in the Western Conference. What number's Hellebuck? We'll guess Hellebuck. So it's in the Central Division. Not an American goalie. Older than 32. And number higher than 37. I'm thinking maybe Casey DeSmith. Oh, I thought DeSmith was Canadian. Oops. Okay, but this goalie has played for Dallas. Oh, I wonder if it's Mackenzie Blackwood. He plays for... Oh, so it's going to be Wedgwood. Scott Wedgwood is going to be the starter for team number 1. There you have it. So on this side, team number 1, we've got Matthew Barzal, still missing a right wing, but then left wing, Alexis Lafreniere, D partners, Zub and Moser, and then the goalie is going to be Scott Wedgwood. And then on this side, we got team 2, centers Cody Glass, right wing Matt Coronado, left wing Artemi Panarin, D partners are Kevin Ball and Parker Witherspoon, and a goalie is yet to be decided. So it's not a goalie again, but it is in the East, so it's going to be the Metro team. So let's go Seth Jarvis, because we know that he is younger than 32 and wears a jersey less than 41 and is Canadian. I'm going to guess Dawson Mercer. Only because I know that he's a young Canadian. Just for fun again, let's guess Parker Witherspoon. So we know that it's a defenseman, and they wear less than the number 24. So I just wanted to see whether it was a defenseman or not, and also chop Pittsburgh off the block. So we know it's a defenseman in the Metro. What about Travis Sanheim? But we do know that they play for Philly now, so that definitely narrows it down. I thought Sanheim was younger than that. I thought he was around 24, 25, but I guess he's been in the league a little bit longer than that. But we also know that it's close to the number 6, so we're looking at probably 7 or 8 would be my guess. So who is number 7 or 8 for the Philadelphia Flyers? Oh, he spelled like that. Shane Gostisbehere. Plays for Carolina. When did that happen? Let's just go for Ristolainen. I knew he wasn't from Canada, but that's fine. This is either going to be a oh moment, or it's going to be like a I have no idea who that is moment. And I'm hoping it's the latter, because that would make me feel happier. So I'm just going to say Travis Konechny, because oh, what about Travis Hamonic? Does he play for them? Jamie Drysdale. I wish you could have seen my face when that just popped up. That was like a oh my goodness. My goodness. Ugh.
He's an angry elf.
How did I not think of that, dude? That would have been a good addition for Team 2. Probably would have taken out Kevin Ball for Jamie Drysdale. But sorry, Team 2. I couldn't do it. So now it's going to be Team 1 who are looking for a right wing. So let's see. Can we find a right wing for Team 1? Matthew Nyes. He's a left wing. I totally thought he was right wing. Okay. So we got a Western Conference player who is American. Which one should I pick, guys? Let's go for Quinn Hughes. So not a defenseman this time, which is nice. A little bit older than 26, and we know that they're in the Central Division. Jason Robertson. Oh, he's also a left wing. What am I thinking? At least we know it's not for Dallas now. He's a little bit older. But let's go Brock Nelson for Colorado. Okay, so not a center. I was just trying to get a center position down. So not a center, not a D. Maybe it's a goalie. It's either a goalie, which is good because that'll fill Team 2's goalie spot, or it's a right wing, which is good because it'll finish Team 1's. So this is a win-win situation no matter what happens. Even if we don't guess it correctly, we still get to keep this player and add it to our final list. And then once the final spot on both teams gets locked in, then that's the team. So that's where it's going to be ending. We're getting down to the wire here. Joel Hofer, maybe? No, oh no, he's Canadian. Okay, so it's not a goalie though. So we know that it's going to be a center or a right wing, sorry. Team 1 is going to be locked in. All that's missing is just a goalie from Team 2. What about JJ Peterka? Is JJ Peterka Canadian? He's German. That's right, I forgot about that. But we do know that they play for Utah. Logan Cooley. Ooh, never mind. There's one more guy I can think of, and it's Kyler Yamamoto, Edmonton legend. Oh, we got him. Good. Nice.
Nice.
I worked hard for that one. My brain deserves a break now.
75 years later.
So Team 1 has secured their lineup. So Team 1, here we got Matthew Barzal, Kyler Yamamoto, Alexi Lafreniere, Artem Zub, JJ Moser, and Scott Wedgwood. That is Team 1's lineup as it stands right now. Team 2, we've got Cody Glass, Matt Coronato, Artemi Panarin, Kevin Ball, and Parker Witherspoon. We're just missing the goalie. So it's Team 2's turn to get a player. Remember, if we guess the player correctly, they could replace a person on Team 2. And I'm looking specifically at Cody Glass. I wouldn't mind replacing him to get a better centerman on their squad. What players pop up next? Because it's really not up to us. This is randomly generated. So let's see. Once again, I'm going to go for Samuel Montembeault because we're looking for a goalie. Sadly, we don't get it. Should I just go back to this combo of defense, goalie defense? So they're a Metro defenseman who is Canadian, who is older than 28, but whose number is less than 28. But let's go for Dougie Hamilton, number 7. That was a really good guess because we got the team, and so now all we're missing is just the player. So who is number 6? I think it's Brendan Dillon, and that's exactly who it is.
That was easy.
Team 2, do you want to replace Kevin Ball with Brendan Dillon? I'm going to say yes on that one. So we were able to guess that one correctly. So now Team 2 over here looks like Cody Glass, Matt Coronato, Artemi Panarin, Brendan Dillon, and Parker Witherspoon. And then Team 1 on this side, nothing changed. Barzal, Yamamoto, Lafreniere, Zub, Moser, and Wedgwood. So Team 1, now you get a chance to maybe up your lineup. We're gonna try to guess a player, see if they're a player who we'd want to replace, but we have to guess them in order to replace them. Okay, who's a rookie on Pittsburgh? Guys, help. Funny thing is, I just went and saw Pittsburgh play in Ottawa too, like a few weeks ago. Oh, his name's Ben something, right? Ben Kindle. Yes, we got it. Nice. Ben Kindle. So this is for Team 1. As good as Kindle's been, I don't think I would take out Matthew Barzal for him. So I'm going to keep Barzal in. Sorry, Kindle. We're going to keep it the same. And now Team 2 gets an opportunity to get a goalie. So it's not going to be a goalie this time. Will we ever see a goalie again? Who knows? It's been a while. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours this morning, and we've only gotten one goalie. Let's go Victor Hedman. Let's go for Jalen Chatfield. Oh, I picked another defenseman. Oops, my bad. We do know now that he's American, though. Sean Monahan, is he American? No, he's Canadian. Shoot. That would have been a good guess if he was American. I'll put in JT Miller, just so that way we can narrow down. Yeah, okay, I knew he was a low number. I didn't think he was 30, but it at least narrows it down. So this is a center for Team 2. So remember, Cody Glass is our center for Team 2. So this could be a really good opportunity to potentially get another centerman in place of Cody Glass. We guessed it once before. Maybe we'll guess him again. Garnet Hathaway. Oh, he's a right winger. But we do know now, though, that it's for Philly. So we have 2 guesses. So who is number 21 for the Philadelphia Flyers? Oh gosh, I couldn't tell you. Is it Christian Dvorak? I'm pretty sure he's American. Let's see, is it him? Oh, there we go. Christian Dvorak. I think I would take him over Cody Glass. You might disagree with me on that one. Let's look up Christian Dvorak, his stats. So this past year in the NHL, he had 18 goals and 33 assists for 51 points. And if we look up Cody Glass's stats, this year with New Jersey, he had 19 goals and 7 assists for 26 points. I'm taking the guy who's got more points. Okay, so now here's what the teams are looking like. Team 1, wrong side. Team 1, still the same. Barzal, Yamamoto, Lafreniere, Zub, Moser, and Wedgwood. And then Team 2 is Christian Dvorak, Matt Coronato, Artemi Panarin, Brendan Dillon, and Parker Witherspoon. It's Team 1's turn to potentially upgrade their team. But let's see if we can get a goalie this time and just end this madness. So I'm going to guess a goalie, so that way we can know whether or not we need to be heartbroken. Joel Hofer. Not a goalie, but we do know that it is a Canadian player in the Pacific Division. Let's go for Evan Bouchard. Okay, so older than 26, higher than the number 2, not a defenseman, and not a goalie. Colton Sissons. Okay, we're not going to use him, so we're just going to play again. We're looking for a goalie. Alright, so we got a player on Toronto. Oh, look at this. John Tavares. So team 1. You have the option to take out Matthew Barzal for John Tavares. Islanders fans could hate me double time for this. Taking out one of their players for a player who betrayed them. For the memes and for jokes, that would be hilarious if I did that. I'm sticking loyal to my boy and I'm putting John Tavares in instead of Barzal. Wow, what a crazy adventure this has been so far. So, team 1 now. Team 1. John Tavares is your center with Yamamoto, Lafreniere, Zub, Moser, and Wedgwood. Then team 2, we're looking at Dvorak, Coronado, Panarin, Dillon, and Witherspoon, and still missing the goalie. So team 2, will you get a goalie? I sure hope so. We don't get a goalie, but this player has played for San Jose before. Okay, so it's not Anthony Duclair. This is oddly specific. A player who's played for San Jose in the Metro and wears the number 11. If you know it, you know it, and if you don't, you're just like, I should know it. I'm the latter of the two. I don't know it, and I should know it. I'm going to say Anthony Mantha. Oh my goodness, this player's played for Pittsburgh too? I was just trying to narrow it down for a team. Wow, this just got even more complicated. So the players played for San Jose. They've played for Pittsburgh. They wear the number 11. They're a right winger who's around 32, 33 years old. This one is stumping me, just because there's so many factors I'm trying to think of at once. Nick Bonino still playing? No. Bonino. I was thinking Casey Cizikas for some reason, but I don't think so because he's on the Islanders now. This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. It's weird that we know exactly what number they wore and the fact that they played on 2 different teams. Is it Cody Glass again? No, he's Canadian too, but we do know he plays for New Jersey. No. Timo Meier? No, not Timo Meier. He never played for Pittsburgh. Is it Bustad again? Nope, not Bustad. Oh yeah, he was a center. I literally have every single piece that I need, except the player's name. New Jersey, Eastern Conference, Metro Division, right wing, age 33, American, and number 11. I have every single piece of evidence that I need. What is their name?
What's your name? What's your name?
Tanner Pearson? Not even close. I don't know why that name popped up into my head, but it did. Tanner Pearson played for Pittsburgh for 1 year. I have no sweet clue. It's going to be like a 4th line guy. Alexander Wenberg? Oh no, he still plays for San Jose. Silly me. I have no clue, so I'm just going to put Nico Hischier because I don't know. Stefan Noesen. I could have gotten that if I sat here for 30 minutes and thought about it. Nope. Are we going to get a goalie this time? Ooh, we are getting a goalie. Okay, so they are number 35 and from Canada in the Western Conference. Casey DeSmith, he wears number 30. No, he wears number 1. Never mind. Shoot. Okay, who else wears number 35? Jari wears number 35. Okay, not him though. What about Darcy Kemper? That is the man himself, Darcy Kemper. He is the final piece of the puzzle that we have been missing. Okay, final teams are locked in now. Team number 1, we've got John Tavares at center, Kyler Yamamoto on the right wing, Alexi Lafreniere on the left wing, Artem Zub as D-Man 1, JJ Moser as D-Man 2, and Scott Wedgwood in net. Then, team 2, we've got Christian Dvorak at center, Matt Coronado at right wing. Left wing is Artemi Panarin. Defense are Brennan Dillon and Parker Witherspoon, and then Darcy Kemper is in the net. So out of these two lineups, who do we think is going to take a 7-game series? That's my question. Who is going to win a 7-game series? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm very curious. I think... what do I think? Do I think any thoughts? Who knows? I think when you compare the two centers, John Tavares and Christian Dvorak, they both have leadership tendencies. John Tavares is the better player out of the two of them, but I would say that they both have leadership tendencies in the locker room. You look at the two right wings, you got Yamamoto and Coronado. I think Coronado's got the upper hand on Yamamoto. Yamamoto's been around a little bit longer, but I think that Coronado just has a little more to his game than Yamamoto does. So I guess if we're going down the list piece by piece, we're tied 1-1 right now. Alexis Lafreniere and Artemi Panarin. I mean, you got a first overall pick who turned out to be a little bit of a flop. He's kind of turned into a decent, steady, second line guy. Well, on the Rangers now, he'd be first line. But I think with the team that he has or had, he should have been playing better than he did. Panarin is just an elite player. He's an elite player. So it's funny we got two former players or two former teammates there. What I meant to say. Artem Zub, Brendan Dillon, JJ Moser, Parker Witherspoon. I like the physicality that we're gonna get from Brendan Dillon and Artem Zub. I think that they're not necessarily known for their offensive abilities as much, but they do bring a lot of defensive aspects to the game. Parker Witherspoon, I haven't really watched him play a whole lot. I had him on my fantasy hockey team. He blocks lots of shots. JJ Moser, again, he's a good player for Tampa. He's been a really good piece for them. They just locked him up for, I think, 6 years or something like that. I could be wrong. Then our goalie matchup, Darcy Kemper and Scott Wedgwood. Scott Wedgwood has kind of turned into the starter for Colorado this year. Mackenzie Blackwood has been up and down between injuries and then just not playing steadily. Scott Wedgwood has kind of been a bit of a backbone for the goaltending for Colorado. They're doing like a little tandem thing. Darcy Kemper, he's a good goalie. He's a Stanley Cup champion. I would say it was because of the team he was on, being Colorado, with having McKinnon on their team, and Rantanen was there at the time, and Makar. So I mean, it's easy to win a cup when you have that squad in front of you. I do think he's been pretty steady for LA. This year was a bit of a rough year for him. I picked him up in my fantasy hockey league at the start of the year because last year he did really well. This year was a rough year for him, but I do think that he does have a little bit of an upper edge on Scott Wedgwood. I think Wedgwood has just been as good as he is because of the team in front of him, again, it being Colorado. I think all in all, these two teams would be very, very interesting to watch in a 7-game series. Just these two specific lineup matches. I will say, this is really tough. I think Team 1 has a slight upper edge on Team 2. I think they have... this is so tough. This is a really tough one because the more I try to explain myself, the more I'm like, well, maybe Team 2 has the upper edge, but then I try to explain that and it's like, no, Team 1, it would be very, very close. I think I was expecting one team to be stacked and one team to not be, but I think this would go to Game 7. I really do. I think it would go to 7, but I'm sticking with my gut, and I think Team 1 is going to have the upper edge. It'll be really close. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Out of these two teams, who would win in a 7-game series? But guys, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, you like it, you share it with a friend, and there's going to be more stuff like this coming out soon. Again, let me know in the comments, which team do you think had the better team? We're going to do this again though, so let me know too what you guys think of this game mode, and if you like it, what changes you want to see. Were the rules pretty good? Let me know in the comments, but for now, we'll see you next time. Peace.